And we just designated the chair for Eliyahu, for Elijah the prophet. And now I'd like to ask my brother, Rabbi Deitsch, the Rebbe Shliach in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, to please take the baby from the chair of Elijah. The reason why we put on the talis, being that the bris, everything that goes on in the bris is a special moment. Just like when we daven, we put on the talis as well by a bris. Each step of the way, we put on the talis as we hold the baby before he enters this special mitzvah and the greatest bonds that he's going to have with God. I'd like to call now my grandfather, my wife's grandfather, who came from New York to join us for this for the bris, to be the sandik. The sandik is the one that holds the baby during the bris, and he places the baby on his lap. It is said that the lap is compared to the altar, just like when we bring a sacrifice in the holy temple, we bring it upon the altar. When we bring our child into the covenant, the bris, we place it on the altar on the lap of the sandik, and that's we would like to call my grandfather, Rabbi Yitzchok, to please sit down on Elijah's chair and be the sandik. Being that Elijah is at the bris, it is customary that if anybody has requests or prayers that you want to ask for, this is the time to ask. And we know Elijah will surely answer all of our prayers. So if you have a request, a prayer, this is the time to ask. The obligation, the commandment to circumcise one's child is actually on the father. So I brought down a mole from New York to give me some training. He said they can have a crash course. In 8 minutes, he'll teach me how to do it. However, I decided to decline. I figured it'll be smarter to leave it up to him. So, although the obligation is on me, a person is allowed to make somebody a messenger to do the mitzvah. So I am making the mohel, my messenger, my personal messenger, to circumcise my son on my behalf. So being that the mole is the one who's actually going to do the circumcision, he will make one blessing, and then I will make the blessing that I am obligated to make, and at the end of the blessing, please recite Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosah v'tzivanu al hamimah.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosah v'tzivanu la'achnisah b'brisah shel Avraham Avinu.
Amen.
Well, Sandik is my brother-in-law, Levi Eisenberg, who's a member of the Kollel in New York. So please lift the baby from the Sandik lap. I'd like to call upon my grandfather, Rabbi Edelman, who's the Rebbe Shliach in Springfield, Massachusetts, to recite the blessings and to give the name of the baby. And while he recites the blessings and gives the name, I'd like to call upon my father-in-law from New York to please hold the baby while his name is being given to him.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'nei Pri Yaakov.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddush yedid mibetem b'chek b'seres ha'am. Zetzov chosam beis v'chiz kodesh al kei mischazes yochai echad kedush sureinu. V'tziva lehatza yedida shed b'shachas Aman Bris asher som b'v'sareinu Baruch atah Adonai Ei Sabri
Amen.
Eloheinu v'Rabbeinu Kayei v'Sayeled Hazeh Le'aviv u'le'imei V'yikadesh shmei b'Yisrael Levi Yitzchok ben Laya Yismach Avi Yitzchak B'Sagalima B'Vitna Kakoso Yismach Avicha V'Ivecha B'Sagel Yeladetecha V'Neba V'Ever Alayach V'Erev B'Svetsesel B'Demoyach
V'Emelach b'demayach hayim, v'Emelach b'demayach hayim.
B'Demecha Chayim V'Nema I saw a Bris asher tziva le'elav der. I saw a kodetzes Avram Meshvot to the Yitzchok. V'yameder liYaakov v'chek liYisrael b'Salem shenemar. V'yomer Avram bas Yitzchok b'nei ben shemei natzionim. Kasher tziva esay Elohim.
Hoidu
Hoidu l'Adonai Kitov K'nei Olam Chazai. Hoidu l'Adonai Kitov K'nei Olam Chazai.
Levi Yitzchok ben Laya Jakoten Gadol Yeh Kishem Shenich Nazavis Ken Yekon
Say, just as he entered the covenant of God, may he enter to Torah, to Chuppah, and to Ma'asim Tovim, to good deeds. Rebbeinu Shalom Yasmu Felecha Shehezeh Chashuv V'Mekubal L'Fenecha K'ilu Yitnaftihu L'Fnei Chizuk V'Decha V'Anta B'Rachamecha Rab Shlach Ha'idei Ma'alachecha G'doshim V'Neshama G'doshim T'Hora
Yecheskel Meir
Nimon Adon L'Shimcha Gadol V'Sheyeh Liber Pesuach K'Tischa Shaludon V'Teresecha G'doshim L'Ilmod V'Lamed Lishma V'Lansis V'Seila Yichus Yomim Chaim Shel Chaim Shel Oisha V'Chaved V'Shetamalim V'Shal Zliba L'Teva V'Amen V'Chen Yehi Ratzon.
Misha Benech V'Zin Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Moshe V'Aaron David Shemi V'Aron David Chanim Levi Yitzchok ben Yoel Laya V'Avu Shavi V'Rav Yecheskel Meir ben Harav Zalman Yudi Yitim B'Linad Zaka V'Lubik Chalim Zaka Shvar Chishak Meir V'Shtem V'Charam Achavar V'Sagi Dov V'Gadlu L'Teira L'Chuvas L'Teira B'Noim Aramei.
Mazel tov and Simon.
We'd like to ask my brother-in-law Yitzchok Lerman to please take the baby from the Sandik Mumad and give it to the Kvartet. Now we'll say together, Aleinu, it's customary to say Aleinu, we'll sing it together. Aleinu,
How?